Alright, I'm doing my opening of my box for my Texas Leather Tool Company. It's up there at Grand Prairie, just north of Dallas. You get them out pretty quick, actually. Here's my little packing list of what I got. Now they came in these cool little tubes. Pretty cool little tubes. 3 of them had the caps that popped off. 3 of them, and one had this one was out of the thing. But as you can see, we got all 3 of them. I'm going to wet this piece of leather down here, and we're going to stamp them and see how good they are. So let me pop these tops off, and oh, and they also, look at that, 10% off on the next one. That's cool. That is really nice. I'll put this down some. Alright, that's starting to sit on there pretty good. So some areas are starting to absorb a little bit slower than others. Alright. Let's dump these out. So first one will be, this is, don't know if y'all can see that or not. I made one of these things up out of another one I had. I just made it. This is the star pattern. This is my, look at the angle on that. I'm hoping to get a lot better bubbles with this than what I do with my cheap Amazon cheapy things I got. In fact, there's a little diamond thing I've got that I thought would be a real good border. Let me show you all these. These are my sorry for shaking that, but you can see the angles on these. This is what I've been using compared to that, and you can see the compare those two. So a lot of difference there. We're going to see how well it works. Now they're not paying me any money for doing this little interview thing here with it, and that's my I got a small one. I thought it was bigger than that, but that's really small. I'll have to get a bigger one of those because I want to use it. That's my cedar I got too. Looked like I had really good ability to make some good seeds, so we'll see. So anyway, this is still drying a little bit. Put these in here. Off to the side. We'll put these down. Get our hammer. First thing we're going to do is this bordered flower tool. So let's make a go by. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. So we'll put this here and around the line there. Oh, look at that. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Not a bad little stamp there. Let me pull them more. Oh yeah. A couple of good wallops, and that's coming out a lot better than the first one. Yeah, it's looking a lot better. Nice and deep too. Now let's compare that to, put that up and cap it. I'll put that up there. To what I was using that I made myself. You can see where I grounded it down. Flat, little bitty thing. It's not a flower, but it's and then let's take a got this one here, which is really nice too. I bought it a while back. I haven't had a chance to use it yet. Alright. You can see these. This is the little one I made. I flattened it out and made it so it'd be flat on the thing. This is one I bought not too long ago, a flower one. And then this is the flower one I bought from Texas Tool Company. They look really nice actually. They came out really good. This one came out really nice too, but I think these got better depth and stuff. Could be because they're smaller, but anyway, that's that one. Let's move on to the next. Oh, we're gonna do a little star pattern. So we'll put that right there, and man, then you hook these two into each bump there. Oh man, this is nice. All right, that's really nice. I'll be using this before long. I think I'm gonna use that on my next belt I make. You can see that is just really a nice piece of work. All right, let's go to the that thing, whatever it's called. All right, I'll just jump right there and use that line. All right. There we go. Nice and deep. Clean. I think that'll antique great, and I think these will antique great. I'm sure this does. These will antique really beautifully. So let's go on to the next one, which will be this bevel. So we're going to have to get a cut in this. Let's cut this right across here, shall we? That's just a nice little cut there. And let's do some beveling. Well, let's see if I can get it going. This is going to take some practice, but yeah, definitely going to take some practice on how I want to hold it and for depth, and I'm getting pretty good. This is going to take a practice. I like how they gnarled this and grooves. That way, it's really nice to hold on to. But you can see how I did there. That's laying it down flatter. to get some more texture up higher and more shadowing. That is going to take some practice, that thing. I do like it though. It's nice, heavy. Very nice. Okay, let's do the brass seed. Put the seed right here, shall we? Let's go down here. You can see the cedar I did. I'd like to have better detail with that than what it comes out at, but it's still pretty nice. We'll throw some antique on it in a second and see how it looks. Alright, now let's make a do some thumbprint. You know what? Let's bevel-less. Okay. Then we'll get some decorative cuts on there. Alright. I'll knock that over. Alright, that's we're going to get that. Let's go ahead and let's see if we can make a bring some of this around. This is going to take some learning too because I've never done it before. So I'm usually using a smooth beveler over this textured ones. I don't know. I made the little crease there, so I got that crease there, so that's not bad. Anyway, these are from Texas Leather Tool Company in Grapevine, Grand Prairie, Texas. Texas Leather Tool Companies, and they are very good tools, as you can see. Now I do like my smooth bevelers better than I do the textured ones, but that's because that's all I've ever used. So I have to get used to them. I got that one little textured one. I don't use it much for anything because, like I said, I just never really got into them because I just always had the smooth ones. So that will be something I'll have to work with and get better at. But as you can see, for the price of $30 each, basically, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 tools. Then some of them were a little bit cheaper. So it doesn't have the price on here, does it? Because I was going to tell you all the prices, but I don't care. But anyway, there it is. You gotta see the tools, what they look like. I really like these 3 a lot. That I'm going to get used to. I'm going to try this on my next flower I do, and see how well. In fact, I'll put some stuff on it, some antique on it, and we'll see what it looks like. I'll come back to you guys later. Okay, I put the antique gel on this, just to put it on there. Now I'm going to wipe it off and. Antique gel dries really fast. Now I rub it until it's rubbed in. I don't have to use a lot of it, and that's one thing I like about the gel. I don't have to use a lot of it. And once it's stained, I can darken these spots even more without darkening the rest of the leather. And this is without any top coat or resist or anything on it. So let's go ahead and we'll put some top coat on this, and make sure we get all the bubbles out of it. As much as you can anyway. All right, you can see where the difference here, where this is being pulled up with the top coat. This stayed, that stayed. The tool I made, it gets in deep and it stays. The seeds, they're okay, but I think I got the seeds I got are, I don't know if they're actually better, but let me show you what I got. That wasn't nothing big either, so there's just little bitty things like that. So my cedars are not a humongous. That one goes deep. That's like a. Here's a good cedar I got. That one goes deep too. This one. That one goes deep. And then I got this final one right here. Now, considering that they have not been antiqued or anything, you can see the difference between these two here, how deep they went. That one didn't go very deep. These two did. A lot deeper than that one. Let me see if I can find that. Three, four, five. Where did my fixed one? Oh, there it is. Let's whack it again. Right beside these, so we can. Now, see that this doesn't go very deep, unfortunately. Let's take my little pad. A lot of times when I stamp or carbon strip, I put this underneath the leather, and I can get a lot deeper with it. Oh yeah, that's a lot deeper. You can see that's a lot deeper there and there. So let's go ahead and put a little antique on these and see how they come out now. That's a lot more than I was going to put on here, but that's okay. Let's coat this all down again. Get this antique to stay down there real good. That did not, that came gushing out. I wasn't planning on making it come out that much, but that's okay. Alright. Here we go. This will work on bigger flowers, I think, pretty good now that I got done. Especially with the flowers, you know, if I'm just antiquing, or if I actually, you know, color and stuff like that, I think it'll come out pretty good. This came out really nice. All other stuff came out nice. I love those. I love how those. That is excellent. These two. So I'm using them a lot. All right, that's it for now. That's my review. They're basically around 30 bucks each, around that area. I was looking at Berry King, which are 60 bucks each. I figured, hey, you know what? Right now I just can't afford it. A couple of them are all these, so I got all these instead. Give them a try. I heard they're good reviews on Texas Leather Tool Company, and I'm really impressed with their stamps. They're good stamps. Definitely worth the money. And no, they're not paying me. They don't even know I'm doing this. I got to get used to that, because this is you see, I do I can stamp a lot better, or I can bevel a lot better with the smooth. So I can do a lot better with the smooth one than I can with, let me see, with the textured one. So I'm going to have to practice the textured one before I put it on any projects. Get with my little thumbnail thingager and work on it so I can get some better texture out of there. You can see, I don't know if you can actually see it on the video, but right there, that I did my decorative carving. I should have done this first, then did my decorative cuttings, but just practice and learn. That's all you can do, is just keep on practicing and learning. I'll see y'all guys later.